Welcome back to Meets Wisdom, where we explore the ancient wisdom of Stoicism and apply it to modern challenges. Today we're discussing something powerful: how high-value men communicate with women. Drop a comment with the word respect if you believe that's the foundation of all meaningful relationships. The way you speak to women isn't just about the words you choose, it's about the energy behind those words, the values you embody, and the emotional intelligence you bring to every interaction. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus taught us, we have two ears and one mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak. This wisdom is your first key to transforming how women respond to you. Before we dive deeper, hit that subscribe button and notification bell if you're ready to elevate your mindset and become the high-value man women naturally gravitate toward. And if this video helps you, smashing that like button helps others find this wisdom too. Let's begin. Lesson 1. Speak with purpose, not to impress high-value men. Understand that communication isn't about impressing others, it's about connection. When most men talk to attractive women, they enter a performance mode. They try to sound interesting, funny, or important. But this creates an energy of neediness that women can sense immediately. The Stoic philosopher Seneca reminds us, the greatest wealth is a poverty of desires. This applies perfectly to communication. When you speak to impress, you're revealing a poverty of confidence. Instead, high-value men speak with purpose. They ask questions because they're genuinely curious. They share thoughts because they have something valuable to contribute, not because they're trying to prove their worth. Practice this today. Before speaking, ask yourself, am I saying this to impress her or to create genuine connection? This simple reflection will transform your communication. Comment purpose below if you've caught yourself performing instead of connecting in conversations. Lesson 2. Master the art of deep listening. The most attractive quality in communication isn't what you say, it's how you listen. Most men listen while planning their next clever response. High-value men listen to understand the woman's world. Marcus Aurelius taught, be tolerant with others and strict with yourself. When applied to conversation, this means giving women space to express themselves fully while holding yourself to a high standard of attention. Deep listening involves maintaining eye contact without staring, nodding occasionally to show understanding, asking follow-up questions that show you're truly engaged, resisting the urge to interrupt or one-up her stories. When you listen this way, women feel seen in a world where most people merely wait for their turn to speak. Practice this today. In your next conversation with a woman, challenge yourself to learn 3 new things about her world that surprise you. Comment "Listen" below if you're committed to becoming a better listener this week. Lesson 3. Speak with conviction, not aggression. High-value men have strong opinions, but express them with calm conviction rather than aggressive force. Zeno of Citium, the founder of Stoicism, said, better to trip with the feet than with the tongue. This reminds us that verbal missteps can cause more damage than physical ones. Women are attracted to men with boundaries and beliefs, but there's a crucial difference between low-value expression, that's stupid, only an idiot would think that. High-value expression, I see it differently. In my experience, I've found that the first creates distance, the second creates respect even in disagreement. This balanced communication comes from internal security. When you know your worth, you don't need to diminish others to establish your position. Practice this today. Express one opinion you hold strongly, but frame it in a way that invites conversation rather than shutting it down. Comment conviction if you've noticed how differently people respond when you speak with calm certainty. Lesson 4. Use silence as a tool. The most underutilized communication tool is strategic silence. Most men fill every conversational gap with words, often saying things they later regret. High-value men understand that comfort with silence demonstrates self-assurance. Epictetus wisely noted, make the best use of what is in your power and take the rest as it happens. In conversation, what's in your power is the choice to speak or remain silent. Strategic silence creates intrigue and mystery, gives her space to wonder about you, allows you to formulate thoughtful responses, shows you're not desperate to fill every moment. Women are drawn to men who can sit comfortably in silence because it signals emotional security. Practice this today. In your next conversation, deliberately pause for 3 to 5 seconds before responding to an important question. Notice how this changes the energy. Type silence in the comments if you've experienced the power of a well-placed pause. Lesson 5. Speak from abundance, not scarcity. The energy behind your words comes from your mindset. Are you speaking from abundance or scarcity? Men with a scarcity mindset communicate with an underlying desperation. Every conversation with an attractive woman feels like their only chance. This creates pressure that leads to awkwardness, over-talking, and trying too hard. As Seneca advised, he who is not content with what he has would not be content with what he would like to have. This applies perfectly to relationships. High-value men speak from abundance. They know their value doesn't depend on any single woman's response. They have options and opportunities. Rejection is redirection, not definition. They're the prize, not the pursuer. This abundance mentality transforms how women respond to you. When you're not attached to the outcome, your natural confidence shines through. Practice this today. Before talking to a woman you're attracted to, remind yourself, I am the prize. I'm selecting partners based on compatibility, not seeking approval. Comment abundance if you're committed to developing this mindset. Lesson 6. Balance vulnerability and strength. The most compelling men can share vulnerability without sacrificing strength. Many men mistakenly believe they must always appear invulnerable. Others overshare too quickly, dumping emotional baggage in early interactions. Marcus Aurelius guided us. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. This reminds us that true strength comes from self-awareness. High-value vulnerability means acknowledging mistakes without shame, sharing appropriate emotions at appropriate times, being honest about your journey while focusing on growth, showing that you've processed your experiences, not that you're defined by them. Women are drawn to men who have depth without damage, who can share without seeking rescue. Practice this today. Share one genuine challenge you faced and what you learned from it, without making yourself either the hero or the victim of the story. Type authentic in the comments if you value this balance of strength and openness. Lesson 7. Communicate with direction and purpose. High-value men speak and act with a sense of purpose that extends beyond the conversation itself. When you're passionate about your life's direction, it infuses everything you say with an energy that women find magnetic. Epictetus taught, first say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. This reminds us that our words should align with our larger mission. Women are attracted to men who have clear goals and direction, speak about their passions with authentic enthusiasm, make decisions with confidence, have values that guide their choices. This doesn't mean dominating conversations with talk about your ambitions. It means that when you do speak about your life, there's a compelling sense of purpose. Practice this today. Share one thing you're genuinely working toward with enthusiasm, without bragging or diminishing your goal. Comment mission if you've noticed how your sense of purpose affects how people respond to you. Lesson 8. Master nonverbal communication. Your body often speaks louder than your words. The Stoics emphasize control over both mind and body. As Epictetus said, no man is free who is not master of himself. This mastery extends to your physical presence. High-value nonverbal communication includes maintaining relaxed, open posture, speaking at a measured pace, slightly slower than average, using deliberate movements rather than fidgeting, making consistent but not overwhelming eye contact, taking up appropriate space without invading hers. Women subconsciously read these signals as indicators of your confidence and trustworthiness. Practice this today. Record yourself speaking for 1 minute and watch with the sound off. What is your body language communicating? Type presence in the comments if you're focusing on improving your nonverbal communication. Conclusion. The Stoic approach to connection. The Stoic approach to communication with women isn't about techniques or tricks. It's about becoming the kind of man who naturally attracts quality connections through authentic presence. Remember what Marcus Aurelius taught us. Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. Women don't fall for words, they fall for the man behind those words. By embracing these Stoic principles, you're not just changing how you talk to women, you're transforming who you are. This transformation doesn't happen overnight, it's a daily practice. But each step brings you closer to becoming the high-value man women naturally respect and admire. If this video helped you, please hit that like button. It helps others find this wisdom too. Subscribe to Meets Wisdom for more insights on becoming your best self through ancient wisdom and modern application. Comment below with your biggest takeaway from this video and share how you're applying these principles in your life. Until next time, live with wisdom and purpose.